Hello mga ka-wisdom! Welcome to Wisdom is Power channel. Kung bago ka pa lang sa channel na ito, huwag kalimutang mag-subscribe, i-like, mag-comment at i-share ang video ito. Click mo na rin ang notification bell to receive more wisdom videos na katulad nito. Salamat! Today we're going to discuss about algebraic expressions. Let us first define what algebra is. So it is a branch of mathematics in which letters and other general symbols are used to represent numbers, quantities, and their relationships in formulas and equations. So algebraic expression is a mathematical phrase that combines numbers, variables, and arithmetic operations. So we have different examples like 4x plus 7, 2a squared minus 3b, 5x, 10m cubed n, x squared plus 2xy plus y squared. So these are examples of an algebraic expression. So let's study the different parts of an algebraic expression. We have variables, term, coefficient, constant, and exponent. So when we say variables, they are symbols, usually letters, that represents a numerical value that is not constant. The term is a single part of an expression. Coefficient is the number multiplying the variable. And constant is a value or number that never changes in expression. And the exponent, it indicates the number of times a number needs to be multiplied by itself. So let's study the different parts of an algebraic expression. So let's begin with variables. So in our example, 4x plus 7, the letter x is what we call the variable. Is an example of variable. In a algebraic expression, 2a squared minus 3b, a and b are what we call variables also. In example number 3, the 5r, so r is our variable. In problem example number 4, 10m cubed n, we have two variables m and n. In the expression x squared plus 2xy plus y squared, we have also two variables, the x and y. Now let's go to term. In our example, the expression 4x plus y, we have two terms, the 4x and the 7. In the expression 2a squared minus 3b, we have also two terms, 2a squared and 3b. In the example 5r, that is only one term. Also in 10m cubed n, we have also one term. In the expression x squared plus 2xy plus y squared, we have three terms, x squared, 2xy, and y squared. So we have different types of algebraic expression. One is monomial and the other one is the polynomial. So when we say monomial, it is an expression with one term only. In our example, we have 5r and 10m cubed n. So this is an example of a monomial algebraic expression. When we say polynomial, it is an expression with two or more terms. So minimum of two, then up. Okay? So we have a specific name for each polynomial. If an expression with two terms, we call it binomial. So 2a squared minus 3b is an example of a binomial. If an expression had three terms, then we call it trinomial. So example, x squared plus 2xy plus y squared. If an expression had four terms, then we call it quadrinomial. So generally, we call them polynomial if an expression has two or more terms. So for quadrinomial, we have a squared plus 2ab plus 2ac plus y squared. So we have four terms here. So let's identify the monomial, binomial, trinomial, and quadrinomial in our table. So in the first column, Say, for example, we have 5b cubed c. So all of these in this column are an example of monomial. In the second column, we have the binomial, examples of binomial. Say, for example, we have 5x cubed, that is the first term, and 9y squared is our second term. In the third column, we have the trinomial. So 5abc, the first term, minus 7ab, that is the second term, and 9ac is the third term. And for the quadrinomial, we have the 4a4 to the fourth power plus 3x cubed plus y squared plus b. So those are the terms, first, second, and third and fourth terms. Next, let's continue discussing the different parts of an algebraic expression. Next is the coefficient. In our expression 4x plus 7, we have 4x here. The 4 in this expression is what we call the numerical coefficient, and x is the literal coefficient. Next, constant. So when we say constant, say for example 4x plus 7, in our expression 4x plus 7, the 7 is the constant part. In our example 5r minus 25, the 25 is the constant. In our trinomial, we have x squared plus 14x plus 49. The 49 here is what we call constant. So, meaning a constant is simply the number without a variable. Next, exponent. So, in our expression, in a binomial expression, 2a squared minus 3b, the number 2 is what we call the exponent. In a monomial, 10m cubed, and the third power there is what we call exponent also. In the trinomial, we have 3 and also 4. So those are the exponents. So let's identify the numerical coefficients, variable and constant. So in the first column, we have different algebraic expression. We have a cubed minus 16b plus 25. So what are the numerical coefficients? We have 1 and negative 16. So the a cubed there, we have a invisible numerical coefficients, which is 1. Then the variables in the expression a cubed minus 16b plus 25, so that is simply a and b, and the constant is 25. For the expression 5abc minus 7ab plus 16, the numerical coefficients are 5 and negative 7. And our variables, we have 3 variables, a, b, and c. And we have constant of 16. For the third example, we have 635 for the numerical coefficients, and we have only one variable, which is x. And we have also 19 as our constant. In problem number 4, or example number 4, we have the numerical coefficients of 4, 3, and 1. So again, the 1 is the numerical coefficient of the term y squared. So we have 4 variables in this example. We have a, b, x, and y. And we have 5 as constant. So 21mn plus 10. The 21 there is our numerical coefficient. And we have 2 variables, which is m and n. And we have constant of 10. The last example is we have 4 for the numerical coefficients, and we have 3 variables r, a, and x. And we have the constant pi. So let's study the different terminologies in algebraic expression. We have what we call the like terms. These are the terms with the same variables having the same exponent. So say, for example, 3a plus 4a. So we have variable, the same, and they have also, these variables have the same exponent, which is 1. 16x minus 8x, so that is the same variables, and with having the same exponent, which is also 1. 3b squared plus 4b squared, the same variables and the same exponent. 7y cubed minus 2y cubed, the same variables and the same exponent. For unlike terms, these are the terms with different variables or with different exponents. Say, for example, 3a plus 3b, we have different variables, same exponent, 1. But the first condition, different variables. So we can call it this, we can call it unlike terms. 3a plus 3a squared. So the same variable, but different exponent. One is 1 exponent, and the other one is 2 exponent. So they have different variables, but uh, same variables, but different exponents. So we call it also unlike terms. We have y to the fourth and y cubed. So the same variables, but different exponents. So we call it also unlike terms. 4y to the fourth minus 3a to the fourth. So now this expression have the same exponent, but different variables. So this is also called unlike terms. X cubed minus y cubed, the same exponent, but different variables. X cubed minus x squared, same variables, but different exponents. So we call it also unlike terms. So the degree of an expression is the highest sum of the exponents or powers of its various terms. For a single variable expression, the term with the highest exponent is the degree. So, and for a multivariable expression, for each term, add the exponent of all variables in that term. The term with the largest sum of exponents gives the degree. So let's have an example. So for a single variable expression, so the term with the highest exponent is the degree. So say for example, 2x squared minus 3x to the 5th power plus 5x to the 6th power. So we have only one variable, a single variable, which is x. So the term with the highest exponent is the degree. So the highest degree or the highest exponent is the 5x to the 6th power. Therefore, the degree of this expression is 6. 16 plus 8n minus 12m squared plus 15n cubed minus n to the 4th power. So again, we have only one variable, which is n. So we will identify which term has the highest exponent. So the n to the 4th power has the highest exponent. So the degree is 4. 11x cubed minus 13x to the 5th plus 4x. So obviously our highest exponent is the 5th power. So therefore the degree is 5. 7x minus 4. Obviously the degree is 1. For a multiple variable expression, for each term, add the components of all variables in that term. The term with the largest sum of exponents gives the degree. Say, for example, we had 7x cubed y to the fourth. So this is a single term or monomial, but we have two variables. So we can consider it as a multiple variable expression. So we simply add 3 and 4, and this will give us the degree is 7 of this expression. So 3x squared y cubed z. So we have three variables, x, y, and z. So we simply add their exponent. So we all know that the z have an invisible exponent of 1. So 2 plus 3 plus 1. So the degree of this expression is 6. So we have 7xy plus 6x squared y minus 8 plus 3x squared y cubed minus 5xy squared. So we have 7xy, the first term, we have 2 because their exponents have the same exponent of 1. So 1 plus 1 is 2. So in the second term, we have squared and 2 and 1. So that is equivalent to 3. In the fourth term, we have 2 and 3. So that is 5. And in the fourth term, we have here the 1 plus 2 that is equals to 3. So in this term, the highest is the fourth term, which is 3x squared plus y cubed. So the sum of their exponent is 5. So that is the highest or the largest sum of exponents. So this will give us the degree of this expression is 5. So that's all mga ka-wisdom. Again, kung bago ka pa lang sa channel na ito, huwag kalimutang mag-subscribe, i-like, mag-comment at i-share ang video ito. Click mo na rin ang notification bell to receive more wisdom videos na katulad nito. Salamat!